And that was Frank Contreras reporting from Mexico City. For more on the manhunt, I spoke to Ana Maria Salazar earlier. She's a security analyst in Mexico City. And I asked her about how the most powerful drug lord in the world managed to escape from a maximum security prison.
I think that's a question that everybody's asking right now, and most of us are assuming that there was either extraordinary negligence or most likely extraordinary corruption. Because when you analyze how El Chapo Guzman escaped, he probably, or someone had to have access to the layout of the prison, the layout of the videos that supervise the prisoners. They probably had access to some type of intelligence that was being collected by the Mexican government. And he had to have access to extremely sophisticated mechanisms in order to figure out and pinpoint where they could build and dig this tunnel, which is more than a mile long, and was very, very sophisticated in its construction. So, I mean, there had to be some type of corruption involved.
Well, Ana Maria, tell us, this cartel stretches into North America, Europe, Australia. What kind of support do you believe he had throughout other countries? And what does this say about the Mexican government?
My sense is that if so much money was invested, or someone was able to put in a lot of money and a lot of effort in releasing El Chapo Guzman, it means he is still very, very powerful within this criminal organization. And two, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the Sinaloa cartel and whether there is a readjustment within the organization, not only in Mexico, but around the world where this cartel has a presence.
18 people are now being investigated who work within that prison for possibly having something to do with his escape. Do you believe that this could stretch much further than the prison itself, higher up in the government?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because the people who work within the jail would not have access to the layout of the prison, would not have access of the internal video system, which is used to supervise the prisoners. I think there's going to be a very serious investigation in regards to the intelligence community, who should have known and who didn't know. There is going to clearly be questions in regards to the periphery of this jail. There's like 2 or 3 circles of security that were breached, clearly breached. How was it possible? And each circle is 1 kilometer long. How is it possible that no one could find out, or no one saw that someone was building a very big, complicated, and sophisticated tunnel? Nobody saw the number of people who were moving around, or who were moving dirt, or who were moving equipment.
One U.S. drug law enforcement official has been quoted as saying, "We may never see him again." Do you believe that's a real possibility?
He's very smart. The fact that he was able to escape of what most people consider to be a high maximum security prison in Mexico says something about him. It took the Mexican government, with support from the U.S. government, almost 13 years to recapture him. So we have to assume that he's going to be very careful and he's not going to make the same mistake again. So it's not surprising that any law enforcement official involved with counter-narcotics activities would think that.